Here. I hope you guys had a great new year. Again, my name is Megha Bradley, and I am a life coach and business strategist. The two go together because if your life isn't running correctly, your business is going to show stress signs. And for a long time, I used to do digital marketing, social media strategy, and what I found was that when I worked with people, they always got jealous. There's a social media person in the room, just let it go. Curated, perfectly curated social media posts. Like an Instagram where it's like there's the black and the white and the photograph in between. You know what I'm talking about? None of us that I've really come across and authentically gotten to know actually live in perfectly curated lives. And one of the things that I want to talk to you today about is the blind spot of thinking that everyone else is actually competing against you. And this is common, especially for those of you, okay, so how many people are in the world of real estate in this room? Wow.
Financial services.
Financial services.
This time, that's weird.
There
you go.
People are still on vacation, apparently.
They are. 24/7.
So in cases that I like to pick on accountants, real estate agents, and people that, of course, you could walk into a room and in some cases 5 send out cards people or whatever, right? And, or life coaches, business coaches, whatever. A lot of times we walk into a networking space and in a minute there's somebody else who does what we do. What happens? Anybody? Yeah. Oh, my competitors are in the room. You don't have competitors. Get it out of your mind. Write yourself a sticky note. No one can compete with my greatness. Literally, write it down. It's not a narcissistic statement. It's the truth. You were created and designed and built for your specific purpose. The way you are here to deliver it to the specific people that you actually work well with, that actually gel with you. If you deal, who here deals with people and sometimes you deal with clients and you're just like, oh, this person sucks the soul out of me. Anybody? Okay, when you remove those types of clients from your world, because sometimes there's a lack mentality that goes on. I must take this client, I must deal with this person, I must date this person, I must marry this person. It goes on and on and on. Even into your children sometimes. I must tolerate my child after they're grown up, not anymore. No, you are responsible for owning the space of who you are, what you offer, who you enjoy working with. And so today in our brief little time with you, I want you to get focused on the things that make you unique and how to move forward in this year, write out a slightly different marketing plan. So the first thing, if you have your note, if you write notes or whatever, feel free to write these down. The first thing, if you would think of a compass, your true north, the north is your true purpose. Your true purpose doesn't matter what business that you happen to be representing at this time. It runs every aspect of your life. When you line up your purpose with whatever activity you're participating in, whether it's real estate, whether it's whatever, when you do that, all of your roads begin to flow together. You are not secretly one person over here who likes to, go mudding on the weekends. I'm from Texas. Go mudding on the weekends, or Tennessee, it doesn't really matter, right? and drive a pickup truck, and then over here you're all buttoned up and tight, and people go, I don't know that person, right? Be this person. Be that real estate agent that serves those people. Be the accountant that goes, yeah, those are my people, high five. Because when you step out of this box, which is, we're taught how to write a perfectly nice resume, we're taught how to shake hands perfectly and how to do everything like we're supposed to do it, like somebody has trickled down, you're supposed to do it this way. And when all of a sudden you zig over here, guess what happens? People notice you. They're like, what are they doing? Uh-oh. Sometimes they like to heckle you, sometimes they like to judge you, but as long as you're compliant, I know real estate has tons of compliance, right? So does financial services, a lot of these, they have compliance. I'm not telling you not to be compliant, but the minute you pop up out of the herd, and everybody goes, what are they doing? Uh-oh, something's a little weird. Don't be afraid of the judgment. Because if you are lining up with purpose, and if your alignment with purpose brings you into higher visibility as you are, you will spend less money on marketing. You will send creative and interesting cards versus just buying the template card and sending it out. You will begin to develop a personal brand that every day you wake up, you're in love with yourself, and the people that you deal with are in love with you. Because the other option is they opt out of your circles. They opt out of your life. If you tend to post social media posts and you backspace because you're like, oh, so-and-so might not like that, I'm going to dare you to start not backspacing in your life. Because it's very easy to backspace our truth. And so north is true purpose. If you look to the east, what you would see is your greatest gifts. So north, true purpose, greatest gifts. Every day you wake up, the greatest gift, the sun rises, right? And you say to yourself, what are my greatest gifts? And so as you make your marketing plans, as you make your business strategy plans, you lean into those gifts. If you're a creative artist, bring it into the work that you're doing that's like everybody else. Dress. If you have immaculate taste, this is something that happens for a lot of people, and this is a lack mindset again. One of the things I deal with is abundance mindset. And one of the things that happens is, oh, I don't know if I should drive that Jaguar because then I don't want people to think that I'm snooty. Well, guess what? Some of you are actually built, designed, and born in the scientific work that I do. You are born with fine tastes. Stop feeling bad about them. I know that's kind of odd. Like, it's usually the other way, like, let's make sure we got our money buckets. I'm not telling you to be frivolous, but some of you are actually built to be a little bit high level. Lean into it. You will be blessed and guided and supported to have those things. Some of you are not. That's not your thing. You're here for service. So wherever you feel pulled, go for it. But stop being ashamed if you actually like 5-star tastes. Like, I wear Chanel, and that's all I wear. And people notice that I wear Chanel. Like,
I noticed you wore it earlier.
yeah. And it's like $150 for a bottle of perfume. Yeah, but you know what? That perfume lasts me so long, and yet it's signature. So find something that's signature. If there's a bag you like, and again, you can get stuff on consignment that still puts you inside of that alignment. But take little nuances and details. People will notice them, and they will remember you for those nuances. So greatest gifts, greatest taste, greatest inclinations. That's the east. The west is the stuff in the rearview mirror. So many times we often try to deny the things that are in the rearview mirror. Oh, I got divorced. Oh, I had some tragic thing happen. We try to hide it. Oh, I don't want anybody to know about that. And many times it's your ability to prevail in those situations. It's what you do in the next step. That when you tell your story and you share that with someone else, they will write you secretly, and I know this because I had a near-death experience in 2014. And I share all kinds of things about my life, and not from a llama drama perspective, but the higher learning perspective. And people will message me and say, I never comment on your stuff, but thank you, you changed my life today when you talked about the fact that you were abused, or the fact that you've been divorced XYZ times. And it's in those moments that when you take the stuff that's in the rearview mirror and you bring it into your brand, and you bring it from a place of power, not from a place of shame, not from a place of hiding out, people remember you. Because they'll also know that you stand in truth, and you're not afraid of telling the truth. And while you're so busy talking about, we have integrity, but if integrity looks like hiding all the stuff that you're ashamed of, that you're out of integrity in your life. And when you step into that, those who want to try to throw stones at who you are become disarmed, because they can't bring out trash on you. I mean, think about some of our craziest politicians. We don't need to name any names. But if some of them, they run for office, guess what they do? They go, here, look at my crazy show. And then their opponents are like, well, there's their crazy show. And they're like, yeah, here it all is, right? So they have to come at it from a different angle. And what it does is it takes the power out of those who would like to not see you succeed because they don't have dirt on you. And if they do, you say, oh yeah, by the way, that's what happened. I own it. So own the things that come to you. Own the things in the rearview mirror. And then ultimately, when you are standing, so this is south. So sometimes you think of south, think of quicksand. In the moments, your life isn't perfect, 365 days a year, right? And you know that if people only post perfect stuff on their Facebook or their Instagram, beware. So we have been taught to not talk about things that are impolite or stressful or sad or whatever, right? And now your whole life cannot be those horrible stories. People don't want that all the time. But when you are standing in the quicksand and you are honest about the days when you wake up, like I just stood up here earlier and said, oh, I've been dealing with 3 children today. I don't even know what day. I'm celebrating the fact that I'm wearing clothes that are professional, right? Like every one of you that's a parent is like, oh yeah, I know that feeling. When you're standing in the quicksand and you are marketing your business, you're sharing your stories, you're living your daily life, do not let the fact that you're standing in the quicksand paralyze you from being honest about what's going on. Pick up the phone, call a client. Like I had 2 one-on-ones scheduled for yesterday. And what happened was I had to go drive 4 hours away to go take care of my niece. I picked up the phone and I said, here's what's going on, or I sent an email, here's what's going on. And when I did that, the people were like, oh sure, yeah, that's fine. So don't make up stories. Stand in the power of whatever you're in and say, here's the lesson. So when you're standing in the quicksand, go, what's the lesson? While you're standing in the fire, give the lesson. Post about the lesson. Post about the blessings in the moments that you're in them, because you will forget. You will gloss over them. You'll forget the fine details. But when you stand right there and go, it is tough to be a business owner today. It is tough to stand up and get out of bed today because this is what's going on. My mom has Alzheimer's and this sucks and I don't know how I'm going to get through today, but here's what's going on. And it's not that I'm perfect, but I pull myself up and this is how I'm running my business and this is how I'm getting through it. Share your inspirations, share your insights, share those who are your strength, including God. This is where I'm going to wrap it up. We live in a society which has become afraid of us being honest, including our profession of our faith and our willingness to stand on the Word of God. And I'm not here to speak a sermon, but if God is in your life and it is part of what makes your life run, don't say it's impolite to talk about religion and politics, so therefore I omit it. Because when you will speak on that which gives you strength, you will find people who gravitate to you, who are in alignment with your values, and you will repel those who happen to find your faith offensive. And so don't run over anyone else's faith, but do not deny your unique truth and your unique value and your unique journey in your life. And when you take some of what I've suggested into your daily marketing, into your daily networking, and start to market and manage from those perspectives versus the how do I keep everything perfectly curated to look exactly like some marketing person said. And remember, I love marketing, but there is a point where you take all those tools and then they make you own them. So my message as you step into 2019 is love yourself. Know that you have been perfectly and uniquely designed to be exactly who you are. I am in the business of reading the maps and designs of who you are and then coaching you towards that. And what I know is there's every day I see somebody who feels sad, broken, rejected, because someone else put their judgments and their shame upon them about, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or you weigh too much, or you should look different, or that's all other people's stuff. And so say, I am beautiful, I am great, I am gifted, and step out into this year and play with some of it. And notice the people who opt out of your life. And most of all, you will notice the people who will opt into your life, and that will make all the difference in every level of the abundance of your existence. So, have a great day, guys.